All right, welcome to Central Valley Business, everybody. I'm Chuck Leonard, sitting in for Mike Scott, who's in Budapest right now. Oh, my gosh. Let's bring in our first guest, Tracy Johnson Gluheich. Hey, how's it going? Now, before we go any further, let me tell you guys this. I've known Tracy for, 30 years? Over 30 years. We went to high school together in San Jose. And another thing I want to say before we get going, gosh, you look great.
Oh, you're so nice.
You look great, and there's a reason for that. After your book, you take care of yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
How long have you been into this?
Nutrition?
Yeah.
Not long enough. Let's see, I started getting into health and nutrition about 2007. I've always been an avid exerciser, love fitness, but I finally realized that food is actually more important. There's a lot of overweight, unhealthy people that go to the gym every day because they can go and burn, like, say, 500 calories in an hour, but then fastly consume more than that.
Okay. So, and then there's the other end of it, the people that they work out, but they're not feeding themselves well.
Right.
Right. So you were working out heavily. You work out heavily?
Yes.
You were working out heavily, and you started to feel weak, or what was the change that got you into the nutrition part?
Just education and learning and trying things. I was the mom that raised their kids on McDonald's, and now thankfully they don't eat fast food anymore. So
because it's easy, right?
Yeah,
it's easy to be that way, and I think a lot of people are that way.
Yeah.
Now, what did you start doing at first to make the transition to eating well?
Just one thing at a time, just basically giving up the garbage and just filling my body with a lot of good stuff. Like every morning waking up and having a green smoothie that gives me lots of energy. So
what do you put in your green smoothie?
Let's see, coconut water, ice, a half a banana, two big handfuls of mixed greens like kale, Swiss chard, 2 scoops of Chris Pal's body protein powder, a tablespoon of flax, cinnamon, turmeric.
God, that's a lot of ingredients.
Yeah, because you get energy.
You do that every single day?
Yeah, but I kind of vary it, but that's what I had today.
And what about the rest of the day?
The rest of the day, then maybe so on the way here, because I had the long drive, I had some almonds, and I had a can of this protein stuff I like called Body Burn. Then usually for lunch I have a chopped salad, which I make all my dressings from scratch, and I'll put carrots and broccoli and pumpkin seeds or whatever, and chicken. And I just have mini meals throughout the day, lots of vegetables.
And it sounds like lots of protein.
Moderate protein.
Okay, so but you're infusing the protein at every meal?
A little bit, yeah.
Is that for energy?
Because I work out hard, right? So I want to have muscles to show for it. I don't want to I need to feed that muscle so that I'm not just spinning my wheels.
Now tell me about your book.
Okay, my book. It's No Fricken Weigh.
I love the name, No Fricken Weigh. And what do you mean by that?
Well, when it started, it's because it's 21 days to ditch the diet, crowd out the crap, and love yourself to health. And essentially, it's because I have worked with so many people as a health coach, and they're either all in or they're all out, and they look at dieting as a deprivation mindset. And there's 100,000 diet books on the market, but why is everybody overweight and unhealthy? Diets don't work. So what I want to teach people is to love themselves as if they were a newborn baby. You're not going to give your newborn baby McDonald's, right? So feed yourself and also your life so that you have so many great things going on that there's just no need to use food as something other than just feeding true hunger.
Wow. Now, you're a health coach. But did I hear something about a boot camp?
Yeah, I teach boot camp. I'm a personal trainer too.
How often do you do a boot camp?
I love it. So it's kind of like my adrenaline. I actually take boot camp 3 or 4 days a week, and I teach it just two classes for sure. Sometimes I'll pick up 3 or 4, depending on who needs a sub.
So you're basically doing it almost every day?
No, I cross train, so I do a lot of different things.
Oh my gosh.
Mountain bike, yoga, boot camp.
And where do you fit it all in?
I work for myself. That's my priority.
Now, what do you have here in the jars?
Okay, sleep cream. So this is a magnesium sleep balm because my husband, high stress guy, could not sleep and was hooked on those yucky sleeping pills.
Yeah.
And so we found a type of a balm to help him sleep, but I actually reformulated it so that the magnesium is really the top ingredient. And he puts it on the back of his neck. I put it on the bottom of my feet. And so he doesn't take his sleeping pills anymore. And I was not, like, I was always a surface sleeper, you know, just not quite getting into that deep REM sleep. And now I put on the bottoms of my feet, and I just sleep like a baby.
And your body absorbs magnesium pretty quickly, doesn't it?
Well, especially through the pores of your feet, because your skin is your largest organ. I know a lot of guys like to disagree with that, but it is. They say, no, well, it's not my large. Anyway, but yeah.
There's cream for that, too.
And then this is deodorant, because most commercial deodorants have aluminum.
That's why I don't like to use it.
Yeah, yeah. And then you use the other ones that are on the market, the really popular ones. That sound like Tim, but they don't work well. Like, you'll be in boot camp raising your arms and going, and you smell on yourself, but this works.
And what's in this that makes it work without the aluminum?
Well, that's all my secret ingredients.
Yeah? You don't get those up. Where do people buy this at?
HighEnergyGirl.com.
Oh, that's your website? How many different products do you have on there?
1, 2, 3.
And that's all you need. And I will go ahead and mention that if you want to buy her book, No Fricken Weigh, you can buy it right on CentralValleyTalk.com website. Go to the bookstore. It's our #1 book in the #1 position right now. Now, here's what I'm going to do to blow everybody's mind. I know everybody thinks I look so young. Right? Tracy looks young, okay? Tell everybody how old you are.
I'll be 50 this year.
50 years old, and look at her. I haven't seen her for about 30 years. She looks the same as the last time I saw her.
Right.
Maybe even better.
Well, thank you. You're sweet.
Now, if people, you live in Morgan Hill, Gilroy area, and you do your classes over there. This stuff's available on the internet though, and it's highenergygirl.com.
Right.
What do these things cost?
This is $14.97, $9.97, and this is the small size, and this is also $14.97.
How long will that last?
A long time. Long time.
More than a month?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You use a very little bit of it.
Yeah, you don't need that much.
So for $15 for a long time of good sleep, I'm in, man.
It's killer, yeah.
It really is that good?
It works.
All right. Tracy, it's so good to see you.
Oh,
thank you very much for making the drive all the way over here to see me.
I was excited.
All right. Thank you very much for coming.
You want to find movement that works for you. So what I like to do is start with people and say, paint a picture. What do you want to see a year from now? So it's January 2016. What do you want your life to be like?
Okay.
How do you want to feel? How do you want to look? What do you want to be doing? And then we work backwards. Okay, so you create that vision first, and then we work backwards. So when I say 21 days, so like chapter 1, it's day 1, love yourself, affirmations, because thoughts become things, and what we think about, we bring into our life. Okay,
right.
So it's talking about positive affirmations, and then feed yourself. So we have love yourself and feed yourself. And feed yourself for day 1 is greens. So we want to rotate our greens and fill our body up with those nourishing, healthy vegetables. I make stuff like on my book launch, we made kale chips. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, these are so good. Kale chips.
Oh, wow.
Recipes in the book.
I'm going to have to try that. That sounds interesting, doesn't it, Vanessa? That's definitely, we're going to have to do that. So, yeah, because kale is not really bitter or anything, because isn't kale really bitter?
Kale can be bitter. So if you want to make a kale salad that's not bitter, you massage it. So you cut it up thin, and then you massage it with olive oil and some lemon and some sea salt, and it takes the bitterness out of the kale. So when you make kale chips, you use sea salt and olive oil, and you bake it in the oven. It's really simple, and they are not bitter. They taste good.
Oh, wow. We'll have to try that. That sounds delish. Yes, most definitely. And, we definitely need to feed ourselves with positive energy. There's already a lot of negativity, around us that we don't need any more of that. And if we need to uplift ourselves and say, hey, I want to be stronger, I want to feel good, you have to surround yourself with positive people, right?
Absolutely.
And just feed yourself with that.
And turn off the news.
Yes.
It's all full of scary things and you know, when you're listening to all of that stuff, they want to give you all of this, the sensationalized negative stuff, but there's so many great, wonderful things going on around you that it's better to focus on those.
Read a book.
Oh,
Read a positive book. Read her book. I'm definitely going to read your book.
That's actually one of the chapters is read a great book, that, you know, an uplifting book. It's one of them. So
yes, most definitely. So, and what else do we have here, Tracy?
Okay, so I'm a personal trainer and boot camp instructor, and this is all natural deodorant. So we know that aluminum is not good for us, right?
Right.
And so a lot of the aluminum-free products on the market don't work. You know, I'll be going like this in class and go, you know. So, but this works. So I've been using this for about 6 months, and people were wanting the recipe, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to make it. And then this is my, like, just absolute love. It is a magnesium sleep balm. So my husband used to be hooked on sleeping pills, you know, high stress, business owner. And we found a product that we thought we'd try, and he puts it on the back of his neck, and he can sleep pretty good. But what I did is I reformulated that so that I made the magnesium the first ingredient instead of like the fourth. And so it's stronger and more potent. And I put it on the bottoms of my feet, and I now sleep like a log.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to try that. Does it have an odor? Or is it just,
I have essential oils in it for some scent.
Okay.
So it's got like a plumeria scent.
Ooh, that smells good. Very nice and just calming.
Yeah.
It smells really good. I'm going to have to definitely try that. And
one of my friends who's a flight attendant, so you know flight attendants are always jet lagged, right? Because they're popping all over.
Right.
And they tend to enjoy having a little assistance with sleeping, right? So one of my girlfriends, she said first time she tried it, she was like, wow. She's like, I could really sell this to flight attendants.
Oh, wow.
So,
well, I'm definitely going to have to try that. So what inspired you, Tracy, to write a book and come up with these products?
Really, truly, it's the childhood obesity. When I see like little roly-poly kids floating around, it just jerks at my heart because I know they're going to have a weight problem pretty much the rest of their lives if they don't take action.
Right.
And so, I mean, I was the mom that fed their kid McDonald's, soda. You know, I feel like I did all the things that now looking back, had I know what I know, I wish I wouldn't have. But thankfully, they've been able to break a lot of those habits. But I want to teach moms, new moms, how to raise their kids in health from the start so that we don't have to fight disease. They don't have to deal with all of the, you know, obesity is now a disease.
Right. Yes.
And so my goal is that we can wipe that out, help people, you know, avoid and prevent disease by being as healthy as they possibly can be.
Right.
You know,
yes,
so
it's very important. And you know, there's a lot of kids that are so mean, you know, a lot of bullying and stuff, and so, you know, they don't need that either, you know. So yeah, this is definitely, you know, a way to go. You know, get a hold of Tracy and buy her book and read it. I mean, it sounds very interesting, and I'm definitely going to read it.
Well, thank you.
So yeah. So, Trace, how can they get a hold of you? Because I know you're not from around here. You flew from another state, didn't you?
No. I went to high school with Chuck.
Oh.
And so he saw my book online and said, hey, you got to come down and do my talk show. Oh, how cute. And so I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do that. So I'm from Morgan Hill area.
Okay.
But I have a website. You can subscribe to my blog at highenergygirl.com.
Awesome.
And you'll get recipes, fitness tips, and different things that way.
And her bomb's this, what's this again?
Sleep balm.
Gotta try that. I'm gonna try it. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank
for coming on my
you.
show. And
Thank you for having me.
you're welcome. We'll be back, you guys, right after this.